Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have been working on this for a while. This is our third episode in this mission. We've already eliminated all of these guys over here, and for whatever reason, when I just minimize the game and get the next episode going, it seems like the frame rate really drops. It should recover in a moment here. But we've got over here a Hauptmann, we've got a Madcap Mark II, we've got a Fafnir, and we've got a Trebuchet. It's not the biggest of deals, but we definitely need to get into position to deal with this. So we're going to go ahead and sprint the Salamander, and we'd like to move it, if RogueTech gets caught up here, down over this way. And I think it seems like once we do like one move or so, it gets over the issues, but for now, we're just going to fire on this Trebuchet. Now, there's not a lot going on here.
Here we go.
Like, we're not going to get a lot of damage into the Trebuchet, but that's okay. He's got an AMS. Good to know.
Out of SRMs.
Okay. Yeah, now it's much better. So we're going to go ahead and reserve here. And we want to reserve back until phase 17 when the Trebuchet moves. No further than that. But there we go. So let's see what the Trebuchet does here. It jumps and fires on our longbow. Rear arm, I think. In that leg, okay. It took out a double ton of LRM ammo. That's unfortunate. Fair enough. It fired that indirect as well. So our Annihilator is going to turn around and position over here, I think. Well, we don't move this guy until phase 13. The Hauptmann moves first. Who else do we move here in phase 17? Got the Annihilator. We've got the Prime Mover.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, we've got an MRM-40 on this thing. I'm thinking that we position it here to hopefully block for the longbow a little bit. And we're going to fire our MRM-40 over here. I don't think that we have Warlord with these guys, but that's fine.
Time to die.
We're going to fire on this Madcat and see about getting rid of some of this AMS ammo. So that's a Madcap Mark II, of course.
Good to go.
Now, this Prime Mover only has an SRM-6. We're going to position it... We can't do that. Okay.
I hear ya.
Can we position you here? No. So we're going to have to position it, like, over... We can't actually put it anywhere it can shoot.
What can I do for
That's unfortunate. We're going to position it here, and then the other one will be able to move up. So we'll brace that, and then this one will be able to move to this position. Actually, it can't. Distance from route. This is the route, though. Like, this is on the route. I don't understand. I guess we have to move it here. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'll be honest. But okay. Who else do we move?
Commander?
The Annihilator. Okay. We should probably reserve the Annihilator, in all honesty.
Waiting for the right.
So the Hauptmann moves now. The longbow's in danger. We'll see what happens. It actually fires on the IFV. That's beautiful. We're very happy about that. Very, very happy. Okay. So next up, we move the Madcap Mark II. Now, the Madcap Mark II is fully out of ammunition. So it's just going to start sprinting up, because it needs to get into, like, melee range to be useful.
Waiting for orders.
The Mauler will get turned around here.
Affirmative.
What are our hit odds out this way? Only 29%. I think we're just going to brace with the Mauler for right now.
Awaiting orders.
The Bull Shark, on the other hand, is going to turn around over here.
Confirmed.
And we could drop artillery on any of these units. I actually think our best bet would be to hit the Trebuchet with our artillery right now. We need to fire our Long Tom in indirect mode, of course. And we'll go ahead and Warlord here. Not the Fafnir. Why would you be targeting the Fafnir after the Warlord? No, the Trebuchet, please. Thank you.
Engaging
Okay.
target.
So that Fafnir's AMS is still running there. It'll run dry eventually.
Standing by.
The Boar's Head is going to move up over here. It's mostly going to be blocking for the longbow, but we're also going to fire on that trebuchet. And we will Warlord. We've already eliminated 3 lances. Is there going to be a 5th lance when we get to the escort point, is the question.
Locking in target.
Well, that trebuchet just took a lot of damage. And is knocked down, and we took down this building. Do we have direct LOS now? We may. So, who do we move next? Next is the Fafnir. Or the longbow. We're going to move the longbow back. We're actually going to have to vigilance the longbow here. We're going to move the longbow back out of LOS over here. Sadly, we can't turn it around.
All right. Full speed.
But we'll call that good for now.
Waiting for orders.
Then the Fafnir is going to move up and take the longbow's position. Now, it looks like this is not in LOS, so that's okay. We're just going to pot shot out at this Madcat Mark II, but I'm not going to fire the UACs. That AMS stopped firing. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, phase 12. He shoots at the Mauler there. Gets a heavy Gauss rifle crit. That's sad,
This is getting
but not
serious.
surprising.
Reporting heavy damage.
Okay, and then the Fafnir moves next. He could also go for the Mauler.
Standing
Let's see,
by.
the Annihilator moves next. I'd like to place the Annihilator in front of the Mauler. It doesn't quite get there. We can position it out over here. And this is kind of the best place that we can put it. That Fafnir hasn't moved yet. 59%. We actually definitely go for the Trebuchet kill here.
Firing on target.
Barely any internal there,
Target's taking
That's
a
sad.
critical hit.
but the pilot ejects. Beautiful. One down. Let's see what the Fafnir does. Goes for the prime mover. Okay, I like that. That's really good for us right now. That's very solid. Okay. Next up,
What can I do for you?
a Tag Arrow 4, huh? Well, we're going to move up over here with the APC.
Commander.
And the APC can only fire on the Madcat. So let's see what we get here.
Got it.
Okay, there's a barrage going to be hitting here. Right now. Kaboom. Does that take down that building? We'll see. The answer is no. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
So our Salamander is going to move up over here. We would like to protect the right-hand side. So let's just go ahead and turn around like this, and we'll position like so.
Moving to position.
We would like to vigilance the Salamander as well. And then we're going to fire on that Madcat. We can fire AX rounds, and that's probably going to be our best bet, 50% hit odds. Yeah, do it.
Copy that.
So the Fafnir is out of AMS ammo. That's beautiful. The Madcat now has structure exposures
Reporting.
and is
Critical
unsteady
hit.
and doesn't move until phase 10.
Orders.
The longbow is going to back off over here, turn around, and we're going to drop LRMs on this Madcat. We're looking for a kill here, ideally.
I copy.
That's a lot.
Take that.
That's a whole lot to that Madcat. It's not dead, but it's very close. The Fafnir moves up. We could fire on their Fafnir, or we could fire on their Madcat. And that's almost a guaranteed kill if we fire on the Madcat here. And so that's exactly what we're going to do.
Targeting. Now strike.
There we go. One dead Madcat. That Fafnir is the next danger point for us.
Good to go.
So the Mauler is going to, I think, back off ever so slightly here. And then we're going to fire on that Fafnir. Hit odds are not good. We're actually just going to brace.
Aye,
The Madcat Mark II, of course, needs to sprint on forward. It doesn't have any ammo left. So that's fine.
Aye, aye.
The Bull Shark we'll position up over here.
Moving to
The
position.
question becomes, do we artillery the Hauptmann or the Fafnir? The Fafnir is more dangerous, so we're going to artillery the Fafnir. Not a great shot there, but it does shoot down that building. Is that worth it for us? I
Awaiting
don't
orders.
know. But we're going to move up with our Annihilator. We'd like to get up in front of the Madcap Mark II
On my way.
right now.
Double time.
We can only fire indirect on the Fafnir there. We can fire direct on the Hauptmann, and we'll do quite a lot more damage. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Roger that.
Decent amount of armor there, but we chip through a good number of them. Okay, so at this point, our armor in the front arc of this prime mover is not good. We could position it, say, here, but of course, that's going to be a distance from convoy issue. We could instead position it somewhere over here, behind this building. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, next up is
Yes,
our Boar's Head.
Commander.
The Boar's Head will move up over here,
On my way.
and we're going to continue to attempt to hit this Fafnir with our artillery.
Engaging.
Good armor damage, and we made it unsteady. Now, it hasn't moved yet this round. The Hauptmann moves up, goes for the Salamander. We did kind of expect that.
Reporting major armor loss.
That's why we put in the
Took a
Vigilance.
hard hit there.
Next up is going to be this Aero 4 APC. Okay. We only had the one tag Aero 4. Actually, it's got the cooldown. That's right. So we're just going to position it behind this building
Don't need to
as
tell
well.
me twice.
Okay. There we go.
Waiting
Next
for
up
orders.
is this prime mover, which again is going to be parked behind this building.
Yes.
And finally, the IFV. Now this guy, we're actually going to fire on the Fafnir.
Tell me what to shoot.
Good damage. I like it. The Fafnir moves up and fires on the Momono. Beautiful. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Easy on the armor, buddy.
That is absolutely amazing. So the advanced AMS unjams, but it's also out of ammo, so that's not a concern.
Waiting for
Now, the
orders.
Salamander is going to position up here. Once again, we're vigilancing. Checking hit odds. It's got to be the Hauptmann. This is going to do a lot of damage to the Hauptmann. But there's no way that's going to kill it.
I am out of short-range missiles.
Well, you've still got tandem, but yeah.
Commander?
The Mauler's going to move up over here.
Got it.
And checking hit odds. Actually fairly decent on the Fafnir. But better on the Hauptmann and that side arc. We're going to Warlord. And we're going to fire the light AA missile rack.
Affirmative.
We missed both heavy Gauss there, sadly. But we did get a structure exposure.
All out of LRM.
The question is, where is that structure exposure? Torso. Okay. So there's a possibility of killing that mech fairly quickly here. We're going to move the Annihilator up over here. Check hit odds on the Fafnir and the Hauptmann. The Hauptmann is the obvious choice, as usual at this point.
We'll go.
Plasma cannon explosion there,
Scored a critical hit.
and an MML-5 destruction. So the Hauptmann just lost half of its armament, pretty much.
I'm here.
The longbow is going to look to finish the job on the Hauptmann. We're looking for crits here. This is a huge overheat, so we're going to have to not fire the enhanced LRM-15s. A bunch of engine crits there, and a knockdown. But not a kill.
I'm generating a lot of heat.
Okay.
Commander.
The Madcap Mark II is, of course, looking to sprint up forward. So something like here.
No shooting, just running.
Okay.
Receiving you.
Next up is the Fafnir, which is going to move up to here. Now, the Fafnir has a structure exposure in the rear arc. We're going to go for the kill on the Hauptmann here.
Firing all weapons.
We're seeing engine crits and
Target's taking a critical hit.
pilot health going down.
Black on AC.
That wasn't quite enough to take out that torso, though. Sad.
Commander,
We got through armor crits on it, though. So the Bull Shark is going to move up, and we have to hit the Fafnir with the artillery. There's no way around it.
target confirmed.
Okay. So the Fafnir is now unsteady.
Reporting major armor loss.
Yeah, we did a little bit of stray shotting there, I'm sure. Let's see here. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. So, at this point, this APC is going to move up over here, if we can. What would be the best... Actually, what we have to do here is we have to reserve this APC. We have to move the Mamano first. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This has to move up over this way, and we would love to sprint it to, like, up here. Sadly, we don't get a chance to fire it. But we can position it here, which will allow us to attack with our other units.
Good to go.
So the prime mover is going to position here. Like so. And we're going to hit this Hauptmann.
Affirmative.
Okay, so that's an engine destruction on the Hauptmann. All that is left now is the Fafnir.
I hear
So this
ya.
prime mover is going to move up, and we're going to try to block for this prime mover.
Moving out.
And we're going to hit this guy as hard as we can here in this side arc.
Got it.
Okay. Next is our Boar's Head, which is going to want to position, like, up here to try to block for our units. And then we're going to fire on this Fafnir. Heat does mean we can't fire our LRM, but that's okay. We're going to have to fire these in artillery mode just because of hit odds. Oh, that's a terrible shot with the Arrow 4. Okay. So the Fafnir is going to move here, and we'll see what it does. Moves up. Shoots at this prime mover, and it does get a kill. So rip our bonus. That is unfortunate that it happened to hit the one location that was already weakened, but it's not super surprising. So the Arrow 4 APC is still on cooldown. We're going to move up here, and we're going to fire on the Fafnir. Hit odds are pretty good, actually, but we still managed to miss both lasers. Okay. When does this guy move next round? Next round. And he doesn't have much for
Standing by.
instability right now. We're going to move up the Salamander. Next round, he moves phase 13. Now, we are out of ammo for the MRMs, including the tandem ammo. That must have been the ammo that was destroyed? No, that wasn't. I guess we did fire all of the tandem ammo. Okay. Well, we're fully out of ammo for that then, and so we'll just fire on this Fafnir with what we've got left. The Mauler will move up over here. What are these hit odds like? Mediocre. We're only going to fire the one heavy Gauss. And we managed to take out that leg. That's a big deal that we hit that. So that's a knockdown on that Fafnir.
Heavy hit there.
Beautiful.
Yes, Commander.
Next up, the Annihilator closes in.
Copy that.
And this should be a fairly easy shot. Yes, indeed. And we can probably get the kill here.
Target locked.
So that's a torso destruction. And that's the Fafnir out of here.
Enemy down.
Okay.
All out.
So we're out of combat.
Ammo.
Now we're going to move on forward over here. There could still be another Lance that drops in. But there might not be.
Yes.
We have already defeated 4.
Double time. Let's go.
So hopefully there aren't any more Lances. The longbow can move up and sink its heat. That'll be just fine.
Awaiting orders.
The Bull Shark will do the same.
Affirmative.
We're running very low on ammo.
hear ya.
And the APC will move up almost to entering here, but not quite. Actually, it can't get there because we need to reserve it and have the Momono move first.
Affirmative.
There we go. So the Momono needs to move up over to here. Actually, it can't quite go there. It can go here.
Affirmative.
Cool. Okay, the prime mover will position... Yeah, I know we're calculating. It will position right here. There we go. And the Boar's Head will sprint on up. So we definitely took a lot of damage from this, but that's because we killed a lot of enemies, right?
Good to go.
Like, we punched way above our weight here. So that's absolutely fine. The APC will position here. We've got another new round. And now, of course, we're out of combat. So we'll just advance over this way with our mechs.
I copy. Moving.
We don't know where they're going to drop in, if they're going to drop in reinforcements. That is technically random. They may or may not. So we're concerned that they will. If they do, what is our
On
plan?
the move.
Maybe just evac. But this round, we can get out with our APCs, and so we shall. Are they dropping in? Yes, they are. More contacts.
Hold this position, Commander.
Okay, we'll see what they've got.
Way soon.
We do see an Ifrit. We see a Fafnir, a Pegasus, and a Shadowhawk 2C. So the Fafnir and the Ifrit are the threatening units, right?
Waiting for orders.
So that's fine. We're going to position up over here. And these units, yeah, I know you're calculating. It's fine. I know you can move here. These units are going to have to chill right here. We've already lost our bonus, so we don't care if they take out a unit or two. The dropship is landing over here, which means we're not going to get cover from that. But that's okay. That will hopefully keep these guys distracted for a little bit. Our Salamander can move up. But actually, we're going to reserve.
Waiting for
The Ifrit moves up. Does not fire. Beautiful. We're going to continue to reserve.
Waiting for my opening.
We are continuing to reserve.
Waiting for the shot.
Okay. We're going to let everything move here. Literally everything. 5 lances, though. That's a lot. That's for sure. Any moment now, Pegasus. Okay, moves up over here. Does not fire. We're continuing to reserve. We've got 2 more reservations here. Or 2 more units to pass here. So this is the Shadowhawk, and the Fafnir is going to be in a while, it would appear. Okay. So this is fine. This Fafnir does not have a stealth field generator, which will make things easier on us. The Shadowhawk 2C jumps. Shoots at the longbow. Ow. ELRM 20 crit. I was really hoping that they'd be focusing on the vehicles. Do we move a vehicle this round?
I hear ya.
The prime mover. I mean, the prime mover can't be moved at this point, and it's not going to get in range, so we're just going to brace it.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
At this point, the Annihilator probably wants to come up over this way, right? And start shooting at something? 40%? I mean, this Ifrit is definitely going to have AMS, but we could start chipping through that AMS.
Engaging zone.
Okay. It did take down a lot of those. That's to be expected.
Commander.
The Bull Shark at this point is going to move up over here.
Move order confirmed.
And we're going to fire on this Ifrit in flak mode. Beautiful. Very nice flak hit odds here. I like it. Do it.
Copy that.
A direct hit. And we bait out more of its AMS.
Out of LRM.
Cool.
Orders.
Our Fafnir is going to close in up over here. Now, its frontal armor is doing pretty well. It could fire on the Pegasus, it could fire on the Fafnir, that's not a great option, or it could fire on that Ifrit, and that's really the only choice. We're running very low on ammo. But that's okay.
Right here.
Our Boar's Head is going to close in as well.
Moving to position.
And we can also fire on that Ifrit. And this will be our last round of artillery out of the Boar's Head anyway. And we're going to fire this in flak mode. And we're going to fire the LRM-20. This should kill the Ifrit. Structure exposure there, and we rolled very poorly on the LRMs.
I've got multiple weapons with no ammo.
Indeed you do. So the Fafnir moves now. This Ifrit has very little left. Oh, it does have a stealth field generator. Okay. It fires on our Fafnir. It's running heavy Gauss, and that hurt.
I'm taking internal damage.
That hurt a whole lot. Okay.
Good to go.
Well, this APC here, from this position, we would like to fire the tag heavy, and we'd like to do an attack ground with it. Like, right here would be ideal. Yes. Do it.
Here we go.
There we go. So we're going to be dropping a barrage on all three of these at the end of the round. That should kill the Ifrit. Now, the Momono can fire on the Shadowhawk before it goes, and that will do a good amount of damage to this Shadowhawk side arc.
Roger that.
Structure exposure there, and the Shadowhawk is unsteady. As I said, a good amount of damage.
Standing
Okay,
by.
so our Madcap Mark II, of course, needs to make its way up over this way. It's mostly a distraction, right? We're just hoping that they shoot at it. That's the goal there.
Waiting for order.
The Salamander can close in over this way. It would be attacking the Ifrit doing this, and I think that the Ifrit dies to that barrage, if I'm honest. So we're going to take the Salamander out over here instead,
Target.
and it's going to fire into that same side arc on the Shadowhawk. We're going to Warlord and look for the kill there.
Affirmative.
Sadly, we hit basically all armor there, but that's okay for now.
Commander?
The Mauler is going to move over this way, and we're going to finish off that Shadowhawk. This should be a kill. Of course, one of our heavy Gauss is crit, so this will be a little bit tough.
Tell me what to shoot.
Left torso destruction and a knockdown. The Shadowhawk isn't dead, though. Sad.
Standing
Okay.
by.
The longbow absolutely has to move up here. And we have no real choice. We go for, well, the Fafnir is really low hit odds. It's very sad. I think we have to go for the Shadowhawk.
Firing.
Okay, there we go. The Shadowhawk is down.
Tango. Down.
So that's, in theory, half of this force out of here. The Ifrit did live. Okay. We would have this much more under control with ammo. Phase 23, that is going to be the Ifrit. Man, it has so little left. Let's see what it does. This could hurt a lot. This is our evac zone. So we basically have to fight them. The Ifrit moves up. Goes for the Fafnir. Ow! Okay.
Watch the heat.
Now the Fafnir gets knocked down.
My mech is overheating.
I want to take a look at what actually happened there. This arm was taken out. In that arm was an ER medium laser. That's not the end of the world. The Fafnir is okay for now. That will not be the case for long. Okay, we're going to move up with the Bull Shark. The Bull Shark is going to go into artillery mode. We have to hit this Fafnir.
Confirmed.
We have no real choice.
Waiting for orders.
Our Mauler is going to move in over here.
Right, Commander.
The Mauler is also in some danger. We are out of heavy Gauss ammo. All we've got is the ER mediums. And our better bet is actually the Fafnir.
Firing on target.
So we hit the Fafnir there, and it's now unsteady.
Standing by.
The Annihilator can move up.
Moving out.
Hit odds on the Fafnir are surprisingly good. So we're going to take those.
Affirmative.
That AMS still going, but it did not hit any of those missiles.
Standing by.
Our Boar's Head is going to close in. Now we do still have some shape charge sniper artillery here. 0.9%, but that's in flak mode. It's not good to fire at the Ifrit. 30%, huh? Well, we'll give it a go.
Affirmative.
We did not hit that. That's not shocking. But we're continuing to chisel down that Fafnir.
Receiving you.
Okay. The Magcat Mark II is actually able to round this corner pretty soon. We're going to sprint forward to here.
Let's move.
And we'll call that good. We have no ammo left for that guy.
Good to go.
The Salamander is going to move up over this way. We have to hit the Fafnir, I think. Although, maybe we're better off coming over this way and firing on the Ifrit with the SRM-6.
Affirmative.
Let's do it. We are, of course, out of MRM ammo.
Engaging.
Laser AMS taking down all of those. That is very sad. Okay. The Pegasus moves. When this Fafnir moves, we're going to be in pain. There's no doubt about it. But what are you going to do? This is a 5th Lance that they're throwing at us this mission, right? Like, this is as bad as it could have generated, pretty much. It could have generated heavier mechs for some of these. Like, this Pegasus isn't that dangerous. Although, into the knocked down Fafnir is unfortunate. Triple UAC 20 crits, and it manages to tag it. But that's okay. For now, the longbow is going to remain where it's at, I think. And yes, we are going to hit this Fafnir just as hard as we can. This is going to be all of our ammo gone. All of our standard ammo, anyway. We do have a little bit of FTL ammo after this. That's a lot of armor damage to the Fafnir, but we are not through its armor just yet.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. Our Fafnir, of course, has to stand up.
Ready for action.
We're going to look to back off behind the Boar's Head here.
Order received.
And we want to fire on this Ifrit, I think. 0.9% hit odds is very low. We'll just brace. Okay. Here's the danger portion. What does their Fafnir do? Goes for the longbow. Ow! Takes out a leg there. That could have been worse. Ooh, but that was a torso destruction with the knockdown. That's very unfortunate. So we ended up losing quite a bit on the longbow there. It's not irreplaceable. I want to look at the longbow. There we go. Okay, so yes, the longbow has used up basically all of its ammo and should probably be ejected.
Receiving you.
The Salamander is going to move up over here.
Roger that. I'm hit. Oh, I'm hit.
Yeah, I know. I know you're hit. Why are you telling me that now? Sure. We're going to fire on this Ifrit, and we're going to hope to take it down.
Target confirmed.
Man. AMS taking down all of those again. 6 from 6 hit by AMS. Okay, so the Ifrit moves now. It has used a lot of its ordnance. What's it going to do? This is seriously dangerous. And we'll find out. Any moment now, Ifrit. Don't leave us in suspense. He's going to go for the Fafnir or the longbow. I'm pretty sure. Okay. UAC 20 being destroyed. We can replace that.
Weapon system down. Good to go.
So the Fafnir moves now. Do we have ace pilot on this guy? No. I think we're going to leave him exactly where he's at. We're going to vigilance him. And we're going to fire on this Ifrit with our MRMs. This is our last round of MRMs. We got to get this guy dead. Okay. The Ifrit's out of here. The Fafnir is the only remaining major threat.
I'm out of SRM.
Next up is our Magcat, which is going to continue sprinting forward here.
Roger. Full speed.
We're trying to get to this Pegasus to melee it.
Aye, aye.
The Annihilator is going to move up over here.
Move order confirmed.
We can fire on the Fafnir. And that is the best hit odds here. And so we shall go ahead and do that.
Taking the shot.
Made him unsteady,
Awaiting
but
order.
man, our ammo is so low. Okay. Well, we have direct hit odds with the Bull Shark here. We can only fire the Long Tom. We do have 8 rounds of Long Tom ammo left. If we were to sprint to the Bull Shark, this would not improve. Okay. So 44.7 versus 64.3. There's no backstop. If we fire in artillery mode, we're going to do damage to him pretty much no matter what. A solid hit there. Phase 20 is the Pegasus. We'll see what it does. It's got those dual SRM-6s, so it is some threat. However, the Fafnir can be knocked down. And that is our current goal. The Pegasus moves up through the fire, goes for the Salamander, and hits quite a lot of stuff into our internals there. Takes out a hand, but that's okay.
Hit something. Something.
Okay.
Good to go.
The Mauler is going to close in up here. We're going to hit this Fafnir with our ER medium lasers. And that should cause it to be knocked down. That's a structure exposure and a knockdown. That will delay it long enough to move our longbow. Good.
Yes, Commander.
The Boar's Head is going to move up. We're almost certainly not going to hit the Pegasus. We are going to fire on the Fafnir here. We'll try to take out this torso.
Locking in target.
We did not hit the shape charge. We crit his improved HGR several times there. But we didn't destroy him. I think we eject the longbow. What do we lose in the head? FCS indirect, cockpit, clan, and a sensor recon. Yeah, I think we eject it.
Ejecting.
So now he's going to get up, and this is the danger point. He gets to fire again. Who does he shoot at, and does he hit? And where does he hit? He backs off a bit. Hits our Fafnir. But honestly, that wasn't that bad.
I'm in trouble.
A little bit. You're a little in trouble.
Blown apart.
I'm not going to lie. But that could have been way worse. Okay. So next up,
Waiting for orders.
our Fafnir only has a medium laser. We are going to back it off. Embrace.
Yes.
Our Salamander has the SRM-6 streak. We need to move up here and hit their Fafnir as hard as we can. We have to focus on this. We're going to Warlord. All 6 of those hit that leg. Now, that did get a couple of internals there. Was that through armor? No, we did breach the armor on that leg. So the Fafnir doesn't have much armor left. The Magcat Mark II is going to sprint over here
I copy.
and get in his face.
Standing by.
The Bull Shark is still going to fire the Long Tom. Yes, we're going to damage the Magcat. I am aware of this. Not the large corporate building. What are you doing? No. We're going to fire on the Fafnir. Not a good Long Tom shot, but we did get a heavy Gauss explosion there.
Reporting critical hit.
Took a hard hit there.
That's a very, very good thing. So the Mauler is going to move in over here. Actually, over here.
On my way.
And all we've got here is the 2 ER medium lasers. We're going to hit this Fafnir. We're hoping for a leg destruction here. Not great there. But the pilot ejects. Okay. Danger point
Commander.
is pretty much over. Now, we've got this Pegasus. We should actually stay where we're at with the Annihilator. And we're going to Warlord. And let's hit this thing. So the Pegasus's armor is still there. It's going to move now. And let's see what it does. We need to eliminate the Pegasus still. But man, this was a lot of enemies. 5 lances in total. That's a huge number, for sure. We're going to have a lot of repairs to do next episode. We may not even deploy next episode. The Pegasus moves up there, goes for the Salamander. Yikes. It destroys the SRM-6 streak. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Now, we're going to back off here. To, like, here. And we're going to fire on this guy with our Atlas. Hit odds aren't the best at this range, but that's fine. And also the fact that he moved, like, a million hexes. But that's actually a hit with the sniper artillery, and that's a kill. It's over. Okay. So that wasn't as bad as it could have been. We got a little lucky with the way things rolled out. Could have been a lot worse. But we succeeded. We lost our longbow, but only because we ejected it. Was that ejection actually necessary? In retrospect, maybe not. But we also killed that Fafnir a little faster than I was expecting to, so it's all good. We're probably backwards on this payout. I think that's pretty clear. So, we took a lot of damage in this one, for sure. They want these parts. Honestly, they can have them. I don't care. What do we need? Well, we would like to replace our UAC-20. We would like to replace our Enhanced LRM-15 and our ELRM-20. Both of which we do have, or all of which we actually do have things to do. ELRMs, yeah, I want Enhanced LRMs in there. Gauss Rifle HA-20s. There's an LBX AC-20 here. Honestly, nothing too great, though. This is all fairly mediocre, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a good FCS? To replace our Longbow's FCS? There's an Artemis 4 FCS. How many of those do we have? 2. So we don't really need that. We can grab the Gauss Sniper, I suppose. We lost one of those a while back. And ultimately, there's not that much else in here that we really need. I suppose we could grab a Fafnir part. Always nice to have another Fafnir around. Sure, we'll do it. Okay, we got a clan medium heavy laser and a medium improved heavy laser. Both of those are good. What is actually the difference between these? Same damage, same stability, same heat, same tonnage, same slots. No accuracy penalty, but can explode. Okay, gotcha. We got an ECM out of there. We'll get rid of that. A couple of endo steel structures. We have 4 of those, so we don't actually need it. And a jump jet. Okay. Well, these repairs are going to be extensive. And they are something that we are going to do next episode. We have a good amount of funds in the bank, so I'm not upset about missing a deploy and a financial report or 2. So it'll be okay. No big problem there. This is going to be a lot of damage and a lot of time to repair it. I don't even want to venture a guess on how long that will be and how much time it will cost to repair. For one thing, it's going to be very inaccurate what Yang says, because we're going to have to do a lot of overhauls manually. Next episode is certainly going to be a logistics episode, but when I started this, I did not expect to see 5 enemy lances. If we had been able to replenish at least our ammo in between, it would have gone much more smoothly, but as it is, that's not the way it works. So that's fine. I mean, we definitely did very well there. we were outweighed extremely significantly, and we took far less damage than we maybe should have. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. It is well past time to put a cut in here, so as soon as we know, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And let's see what you've got, Yang. 1.8 million and 190 days. Well, it won't actually be that bad. But go ahead and get started anyway. We're going to have to redo some of these mechs. There's no doubt about it. They're going to have issues. But that is something for next episode. See you all then.